Well, you didn't get a testimony Tuesday, yesterday, from me. It wasn't because I didn't think about it. Um, I just couldn't do it. Not because there wasn't something I could say, but I didn't feel like doing it. You know, if the only time I can speak to you or have something you want to hear me say is when I'm on the mountain or when I'm talking about the victories, then I don't know if I'm really going to be that much of an influence in your life. If I can't tell you the truth, to say sometimes I don't have it. Well, I never have it. The truth is, sometimes I don't even feel like doing things, and it has to be okay. One thing I've realized through this sickness, I mean, call it a sickness, my whatever, my heart problem, my heart surgery, and I don't want to keep harping on that. I don't want to be a person that on time I have something to say to you because I'm talking about, my heart surgery or my husband's Alzheimer's or I'm talking about a problem. Nobody needs that because we all have problems. And I know that there's people who have much, much bigger problems than me. But with that being said, I have struggled with comparing myself to others and going, I should be here. I should be doing this. And why don't you feel like speaking? Why don't you feel like getting dressed? The honest truth is I've been nauseated for 5 days now. They put me on a medicine, um, trying to help me, and it did not. It's backfired. I found out I'm very, very sensitive to medicines. But anyway, today I'm still feeling queasy, but there's physical things that we can have. And that has influenced me too. Sort of been a setback where I don't want to do anything. In fact, I've had my phone off. I don't want to talk to people. They really haven't answered many messages. Not been making any posts. I've just been in this place. Um, I could say dark place, but it's not really so much dark as it is like I don't want to socialize. And for me, being such an extroverted person, that's very unusual, but it's just where I'm at. It's where I'm at. And I've realized that there's people that can know about physical problems and they can tell you all about heart surgery or heart disease or diabetes or what might be causing my nausea. But what they may not understand is what also goes hand in hand with many things. It's not just the physical, but there is the emotional and the mental. There's mental health issues that go right along with physical issues. And we don't always talk about it. And so to say, it's very, very common. You can't read anything about open heart surgery or really probably any major ailments. And I haven't read that much about them because I haven't had them. I've been very blessed and very healthy. But depression and these kind of things can go a part of this. And I went and talked to my doctor, and he's like, Pam, not only you just had a triple bypass, your sugar's been crazy all over the place, but also having to come through this and still face life that I already was going through with Gary and the daily grieving and that whole situation that's like sort of an ongoing death that people don't get it. People don't get it. People don't get what I'm going through right now. People think, oh, she look how great she did. Her incision looks great, They don't understand there's other things that can affect people. That's not just what's in the physical. And if you've never had depression, then you don't get it. If you've never had anxiety, then you don't know how tormenting that can be. Now, I really don't suffer from anxiety, but Gary does. And I watch the torture the man goes through. Um, I've never really been here. I kind of had it one time in my life where I had to really fight through a depressed area where I just had to try to put one foot in front of the other and do whatever I could. But some of y'all get it. But people who've not been there don't. They just don't get it. And it's very surprising sometimes. And I know that's my area of study, psychology and sociology. I have my major. I have my major is in counseling. My minor is a double within psychology and sociology. And I love to study people individually, but I also love to study how people work together, sociology. And I've realized how important it is how we treat one another. That's not just the physical, but we need to be aware and mindful. And when someone's giving us signals, or maybe they're just telling you, I mean, I don't keep anything. It's you're probably gonna see it on me, or I'm gonna say it. I don't fake anything. I just have a hard time with that. But don't sweep that under the rug. Don't sweep that under the rug and think you know what it's like to when someone has uncontrollable anger, or somebody has uncontrollable depression, or a lot of things, fears, phobias that people have. And just because they can be really good in some areas does not mean they're going to be good all the time, or does it not mean there's not things hidden. Some of the people that seem to be so healthy, when I get underneath them, when I've counseled, you go, whoa, there's a lot of stuff they're masking. We can mask a lot of stuff, and what happens many times, it can go internal and be causing us physical problems that we don't know we even have until we have a big slowdown, or maybe it could be a crash. I thank God mine has not been a crash. It was a sudden stop, but I did not crash. I didn't have a heart attack. I was able to get this done before I had that. So, I told somebody that really looks up to me, somebody that I've been a great influence in her life. I have, and I've invested much over the years in this person. And I told him this week, I said, I think it's been good. It's been painful, but it's been good for you to see me in a down place, to see me where I'm not sister spiritual, see me carnal, see me sad, see me not want to get dressed, see me struggling even to say, I talk at God. I don't really feel like I'm hearing God right now. I don't really feel like I don't know. I feel like it looks like there's a big wall. I said, I think it's good because you don't ever want to put somebody on a pedestal. We want to give honor where honor's due. But honey, I'm just Pam. I have gifts. I've been in positions of honor. But you know what? When it comes down to it, I'm still just Pam. I'm just a person. I can be weak. I get hurt. I get angry. I can have anger problems. I can get depressed. I can get tired. I can feel rejected. Over the years, I loved people so hard. Anytime somebody left my church, I was like, what did I do? I just would grieve over people. I am a natural shepherd. And I love people. And the price of love is grief. You're going to grieve over people, whether they pass away or they leave or they hurt. You hurt. There's nothing like a parent hurts for their child, or it hurts for your pet or somebody you love. So I think it's important, if there's any lesson to be said here, don't put people on a pedestal. Don't put expectations on people that, if not, they're going to have to fall. You're going to have to see that all of us, our greatest strength really is when we're weak and we see God do what we cannot do in our flesh. Right now, I'm doing good to get dressed. I didn't get dressed today till noon. Hadn't washed my hair until today for a week. It's okay. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do whatever else people expect me to do right now. I'm just going to enjoy this day. I don't really have anything I need to do. It's a good rainy day, and I like a good rainy day. And Gary's had a good day. And I had a friend brought us some delicious food I was able to keep down, able to eat today. I've lost so much weight. It's crazy. But I was able to eat. And that matters. I love you all. Thank you for listening.